The narcissist's secret weapon. This is how they keep you around. Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Today I will be talking about a secret weapon narcissists use to keep you in the relationship. And it's not love bombing you. And real quick here, I'm excited to announce I have partnered with online therapy. These guys offer all types of counseling for individuals, couples, families, and children. There's a link in the description right below this video. Go check them out. And if you use the link below, you'll receive 20% off of their services. Okay, let's get to the video. I talk a lot about narcissists being incapable of love. Well, I have to backtrack a little bit on that because they do love a few things. They love themselves, and they love to argue. There isn't anything better to a narcissist than a good old knockdown drag out. And the reason they love to argue so much is because it's the only thing they are really good at. It's really their main goal of getting in any relationship. The need that they can suck all of your positive energy from you and get you to a point where every interaction has the potential to turn into some sort of argument, the thought of that makes their mouth water. So when the relationship starts out and they're appearing to be this great person, they're funny, thoughtful, they admire you, and they're doing all these great things for you, it's all just a trick. It's just a game they play to suck you in. They do this in every relationship because they have to trick you into thinking they're someone you will admire and want to be with. Think about it. Without either being physically attractive or being interesting to you in some way, there will never be a chance for them, so they need to play pretend for a while. And while this first phase of the relationship is moving along, and they have you convinced that they are your one and only, they are secretly gathering information. They are learning everything they can about you. They will focus on both the positive and the negative things that you share with them. And this is all part of their plan to groom you for the next phase, the devaluation phase. And this is where they want to keep you locked up in this phase of constant conflict. So here's why I see this as one of the narcissist's best secret weapons. It's in our human nature to defend ourselves. We will generally respond to things that we disagree on, and the narcissist is well aware of this. They have honed their skills so sharply to where they can turn on that switch in us. They have this ability to trigger us almost at will. And when they get us into that sweet spot, that spot in the relationship where they will get under our skin and get us to engage with them in a negative way, they absolutely love it. I know I got sucked in and set up more times than I want to admit. My abuser had figured out exactly how far they could take things before I would throw my hands up and walk away. But I'd never go as far as completely leaving them. They had me stuck in that devaluation phase, and I fell for it every time. I was harassed constantly, but there I was, putting up with it. I thought I loved that person enough to put up with all that abuse, and maybe at one point I did. So I endured the pain, thinking it was just a bump in the road, and it would eventually pass. Well, it would pass for a while, but then it would always come back without fail. When it started out, it seemed somewhat innocent and would only happen occasionally. But then over time, the conflicts became more frequent and more escalated. This weapon they used against me worked every time because I would always fall for the trap and get deep down in the weeds with them. I thought I was doing the right thing by going toe-to-toe with them. I mean, after all, they were saying things that just weren't true. accusing me of things that never happened. And for reasons I'm still trying to figure out to this day, I stayed in that situation, stuck in that phase of abuse. I would get to a point where I could predict when the next flare-up was getting ready to occur. It took me a few years to realize what I was dealing with, and once I recognized and fully understood what was happening to me, I decided it was time for me to get behind the wheel of this runaway freight train and stop it in its tracks. I started out by not engaging anymore. I refused to defend any more of the crazy accusations. From that point on, I told my abuser we needed to seek counseling, that we needed to try and fix what was broken, because all the continuous fighting was never going to fix anything. They finally agreed, so I set up a session. I was so excited to get past the issues and move forward with them. You know, find that happy ending we're all hoping to achieve. It gave me this awesome sense of relief. Take a guess what happened next. They were a no-show. Yep, they promised to be there. They showed all this excitement that I took the steps to set everything up, and then they bailed. I tried 3 more times after that, but there was always an excuse, like there always is with a narcissist. So when I finally realized they were never going to try and get better, or make any attempts to get on board with fixing the relationship, it hit me, right smack dab in the face. The biggest and best lesson I learned in that relationship was that they held that secret weapon, and they were never going to let go of it. They only wanted to continue using it to abuse me. They were never going to take any of my advice or guidance on anything. All they wanted out of me was to keep me contained, keep me trapped in that ugly spider web of abuse. It was their sweet spot, and I learned that they would never leave that place in the relationship. So once I came to the realization that things would never get better, and the road we were going down was only getting worse, I left them. I've said this in a lot of my videos, and believe me, I'm aware that every situation varies. There are certain circumstances that currently won't allow some of you to leave. You might be in a situation where leaving is just not an option, and I feel terrible for you about that. I'm just sharing some of my experiences here and letting you know. If you are in fact in a relationship with a narcissist, things just won't get better. They just won't. Because narcissists don't want things to get better. They only want you to feel as shitty as they feel. So if you can muster up the strength and the courage to stop them from using that secret weapon, please start doing it today. Because the less you engage with a narcissist, the better your life will be. Thanks so much for watching. And if these videos aren't quite enough to help you fully heal, remember to go check out that link in the description for online therapy. And until next time, keep watching for the signs. Stay alert. Be vigilant. Be strong. Be brave. And go live your best life today.